It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday.
It's ASMR Tuesday.
ASMR Tuesday. We just made that up. It's not true. That's not the actual thing it is. But I yell a lot, and so I thought maybe this time I won't yell as much. Oh, she's eating. She's gonna eat while we're doing this. Craig's first.
It's a mukbang.
Craig got in first. It's a very quiet Tuesday. I've determined that now that we're using Restream, I'm not sure when the show starts.
Oh.
So it's not my fault. I hit go, right? And then it goes to Restream, and then it goes to Facebook. As far as I know, it's like 30 seconds that might go by. So I feel if I'm like, blah, right off the bat, I did it on last Friday, and I was like, it's Friday. And then all it got was the last part of the second Friday. And so, yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense, I think. So we started a little early because Caitlin's got to leave. She has to leave before 8. So we're going to try and roll in to this quickly.
Craig feels very soothed.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. That's Craig deserves some soothing from time to time. Hi everybody. My name's Keith. I've got a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. Go check it out. It is free. It's on all your podcast locations. Listen to it. There's like 140 episodes. It's got some trivia like we're going to do tonight. It's got some fun internet news that'll make you laugh. And you'll be exposed to some local musicians from the Washington, D.C. area who are very talented. So go check that out. It's free. There's 140 episodes. It's fun. Review it and give it likes and stuff. That's why we're doing this, to kind of raise its profile for when all this goes away and we're allowed to go and have real guests in the studio who play music and stuff. So do that thing. That's important. Hi, we do this every night at 7 o'clock until they tell us that we're allowed to go do other things at 7 o'clock. There are many ways to get points. 1, answer a question correctly. 2, answer a question correctly first. 3, be the first one into the chat and to say the word first, which was Craig today. Finally, sharing the show. You'll see a little alert that shows up right here, right, when you share the show, and you'll get a point for that. If you share the show by tagging someone, right, you can also do that in the chat. That's a way of doing it to an individual. To get that first point of the day, you'll probably want to follow us, subscribe, do the alert thing. That way you'll know when we go live. So those are kind of all the things. And then a new thing that we just added this week, on Wednesday, we are going to be doing a Wager Wednesday. So we're going to have a question. We're just going to give you a category. You're going to put in the chat how much you're willing to wager, and it can be as many points as you have earned this week as of Monday, right? So if you have 9 points, you can wager up to 9 points. If you get the answer correct, you will double your points in that case, or you'll get an additional 9 points. And if you lose, you will lose 9 points. So it'll be really interesting. We'll see if it changes up the way people do things. We've got a lot of people. Rocky Zoiser is here. Hey, dude.
Richie Chozier.
Richie Chozier. I think he's been here before, so I believe this is the return of Richie. I believe this is not the first time he's been here. So thank you for joining us over on Twitch. It looks like we've got Barbine and Steam. Says to PayPal. Say to PayPal.
It's a trap.
Yeah, you're going to have me. Yeah, I've already said it now. And
Twice.
Now you're going to record it and send it to my mom so that she'll send you stuff into PayPal. That's what's going to happen. Robert is here, but not first. Christina's here, but not first. Craig says, Facebook's only 8 seconds behind YouTube tonight. Not the edge time-wise as normal. But Christina is here. Michael Barbine, obviously our Minister of Misinformation. Danny has gotten here and is mad at Craig. Heather is here and also seems like might be mad at Craig. And because she was second. And that's everybody so far. Steam's starting with a Karen already, just so you know. he has decided to go.
I forgot
Karen.
about the Karen rule.
Oh, the Karen rule. We should go over that again. If when we do a question, you can yell Karen, and what that means is if nobody else gets the answer correct, you get a point. Okay? However, if anyone else gets the answer correct, you lose a point. All right?
I will give you negative points, people.
Yeah, it'll happen. All right, so let's run into it. We've got enough people, 19 people here. Thank you so much. What's our first question of the night?
I have to scroll. Hang on.
Not prepared. We're not prepared, everyone.
Well,
I'm going to share things, too. I need to go do sharing.
Okay. First question. In the U.S., we call 911 for emergencies. What numbers do the British use?
If you've been to Britain, you might know. If you've watched the IT Crowd, you would know, but it's a much longer number.
I remember that episode. That was
4, 7, 3, 2, 8, 9, 9, 7, 5, 6, 1. It's so easy to remember. It's great that way. All right, so we need the emergency number for Britain. 60 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. Don't forget you can share the show. Let's see. I'm gonna share it now publicly. So I'd get a point. You see me? I just shared that. That would be a way that I would get a point. You can do the same thing if you would like. And but I'm not gonna make you. I mean, you do you. I'm just giving you opportunities to do awesome things. Especially if you think there's somebody who would like it. That's the important thing. 30 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in before the time is up so that you can get a make-believe internet point that's not worth anything at all. All right. Let's see. Scooting back over here because I can. There we go. This is such a good show. Jenny's here, by the way. I just saw Jenny joined in. Welcome. Richie, are you going to join in? I don't see an answer from you. 3 seconds left. Ooh. We'll see if that came in on time. All right. So let's take a look at the chat. What is, let's see what the answers actually are. Let's see with starting off, we had, Danny was 7-11. 7-11. I don't know if that's an emergency number unless you're super hungry. If it's late at night and you need a Slurpee.
If you got the munchies.
That becomes an emergency number really quickly. Because you're like, I need to go to 7-Eleven. All right. So Trey says 999. Kind of the opposite of 666. That would be an emergency if you are the devil. Kristen, Karen, Melissa, and Steam, and Jenny all went with 999. Interesting. Very repetitive there. Robert went with 696, which is, I assume, an adult act with 3 people. And one person just facing off into the distance. Is that fair? I think that's what that means, right? And then Barbine went with 211, along with Christina. Craig went with the crowd with 999 as well.
But admits that he's just going with the crowd.
Barbine says 867-5309. That does sound familiar. I feel like maybe that is an emergency number because it rings a bell for me. Do you know?
867-5309.
What is the actual answer? Is it 867-5309?
No.
No, it isn't. Ah, dang it.
The actual answer is 999.
9! 9! 9!
It's not in Germany. It's in Great Britain.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's different. So excellent. 20 people watching. Welcome, everybody. We do this every night at 7 o'clock, so you can join us every night of the week. We will be here. Let's see. Quick, what's the number for 911? That's what Trey says. But yeah, so I think we've got some winners, and it looks like Trey came in first for that one. So
yes, that's what I have.
So very good. Maria's joined us. Hello, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yes,
you
it would
could
be
join.
999 in German.
Noin.
But that's not their emergency number.
No, not at all. All right, what's question number 2? We're blowing through these a little tonight because we got to get done before 8, just so you know. So this is going to go quickly.
So pay attention.
Pay attention.
In the movie Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino's character's favorite thing is women, obviously. What is a close second?
2. I've accidentally told them what number 6 was, just for a second. Just ignore that. That's not the question. This is the question here. Say it again.
In the movie Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino's character's favorite thing is women. What is a close second?
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Yep, that was the wrong question originally, and then now it's the right question. So get your answer in. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see, lots of questions. Oh, different ones. This is good. Craig said smelling.
Style point, Craig.
Yes, of women specifically, I assume, right? Is that... all right, let's see. We got about 30 seconds left. You want the answer to get in. Like I said, we're going to do kind of a speed round of this, so everybody's got to pay attention because this is going to go quickly. Don't forget, you can also go for style points. That's what Craig is doing here, where he just says something that he hopes will make Caitlin laugh, but Caitlin didn't give him an actual style point.
I did.
Did you?
I said style point out loud into the camera.
Oh, okay.
With a slightly disdainful look.
How about Barbine for 8675309?
Oh, style point. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. How about Robert for 696?
No.
The one left out. All right, time's up, everyone. Let's take a look at the chat. Let's see, I've got to make my announcement there. All right, so to the chat we go. Looks like first people in was, let's see, Kristen. Kristen says scotch. Robert said whiskey. Barbine said cigars. Craig went with smelling. Steven said Jack Daniels, a very specific type of whiskey, right? Am I right on that?
That's whiskey.
We got a little more general with alcohol with Jenny and Danny. Trey says dancing with women.
There was a good tango in that movie.
That's true. Christina also went with alcohol. Alan has joined us, and he says a mountain of cocaine and his little friend.
Style point.
Turkey, says Melissa. Robert says with or without a pole, the dancing. Important to know. And Michael Barbine says free parking. That's what he really likes. That was after he also said cigars, but you know, I think you get the gist. So what's the correct answer?
Everyone's wrong.
Everyone. Oh, somebody should have Karen'd.
It's clear some people have watched the movie because there's a lot of drinking in that movie.
There is.
But you know what else there is in that movie that he really likes?
I would say driving.
A Ferrari.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah, he drives a Ferrari at one point as a blind guy.
Yeah, that's his second favorite thing.
Nice. Oh, man. Yeah, Trey says Barbine was the closest because he said free parking. You park a Ferrari, so that seems...
Yep.
Yeah, and he's handicapped, so he would get free parking with his Ferrari.
I like that Trey Googles the answers, but only after he's answered
Yeah.
to check.
Carl's joined the show as well. Hello, Carl.
Carl's already here.
Yes. Carl's already here? What? What are you saying?
You'll figure it out.
Oh, are you saying Trey?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's Trey. This is Commodore Carl that has joined us. All right, so we're doing some trivia. What is our third question? We're moving on.
What nickname is given to followers of Jimmy Buffett? We got a lot of entertainment questions tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 60 seconds on the clock. I'm going to go with all you can eaters. Is that right? For Jimmy Buffet? That's not his followers' name?
No.
No? It's let's see.
We have a good one already.
Yeah. The Three Buffeteers.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, Craig. That's pretty good. Do you get...
Style point.
Okay, there you go. Style point.
I got to keep him waiting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because why would you want him to feel the satisfaction of being funny? That's nothing.
I was trying to give people their points.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I read it to you. Alan goes with Viagra subscribers.
Style point.
We've got a lot of people agreeing, it seems like.
Shocking.
I'm guessing that you may not want to go with a Karen right now. This feels... Yeah, so...
This is not...
Time's almost up. Here we go. All right. Let's go check out the chat. So...
Steam says ripping off dead heads.
I'm ripping off dead heads. Like the heads of the dead?
No.
Is that oh, no. Okay. Parrot heads. A lot of parrot heads is what we're seeing. Everyone from Trey, who's the first one to say it, down to Karen, who seems to be the last, perhaps. Barbara says, I had 6 front row seats to Buffett and never left the parking lot.
Gee, I wonder what you were doing in that parking lot.
Could have been
Barbine?
anything. Probably listening to music.
Were you knitting a sweater?
No, there's music. He's listening to music. And he was just tanning. He was probably tanning. He was petting parrots. That's what they do.
Drinking margaritas?
Petting parrot heads. So yeah, we've got a bunch of them. Is the correct answer... Oh, they live in Margaritaville, just so you know.
Thanks.
Important to know. Is the answer parrot heads?
Yes.
It is parrot heads!
You missed this opportunity, but there used to be a restaurant in Charlottesville called Margaritaville.
Oh yeah, there's one like in Vegas.
It was not good.
No. It was really good if you got really drunk, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
But my friends and I, who don't drink, used to go there and get crappy food because it was cheap
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
and fried, which is always a plus.
Yeah, not bad at all. What's our next question? Is it 4 or 5 that we're at?
4.
4.
I would like to remind people that spelling is not imperative.
All right.
What was the name of Tarzan's chimpanzee?
What was the name of Tarzan's chimpanzee? This one I know. I can do this one. So 60 seconds on the clock. I should just give you 30 seconds. I should cut it in
I will
half.
let you shout the answer.
Yeah.
I think we're making very good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think we're good. We're doing really well. We're gonna end obviously very early, right? But that's okay because we've got other things. We can't do it. We can't do an hour and a half all the time because that's ridiculous, and we shouldn't be doing an hour and a half anyway. We talk too much, so this is good. We're keeping to the wheelhouse of what people want. They want trivia
For an hour.
for an hour or less. They may just want 10 minutes of trivia, and we're ruining it with other things. Alan goes with the magical Mr. Mistopheles. Is that
Stop.
true? I think that might be right. I saw that somewhere. Steam went with Jane, which I think might be rude and sexist.
That is kind of tacky.
Yeah, that is kind of tacky. I'm just saying. Barbine went with Zetlo. Good old Zetlo, the chimpanzee. No, I don't know the reference. Somebody tell me the reference of Zetlo, the chimpanzee. It might be Barbine making something up from scratch. He does that often. All right, time's up. Let's go to the chat. and
Tom Johnson
see.
says last.
Tom Johnson says last.
Hello, Tom Johnson.
All right, let's see. Top of the board looks like Trey with Cheetah, which is what I would have gone with. Cheetah. That's what I would have guessed. Everybody along with that, although for some reason Robert decided that the name was Damn You Danny, which seems rude. That was after he said Cheetah, but that's not the point. So yeah, Jane, Zitlo, Cheetah. Everybody gets Cheetah, it looks like.
Yep. 2 people spelled it right.
2 people, because I believe it's with just the A.
No H.
Yeah, it's like you're a cheetah.
Yeah.
Like you cheated.
Kind of, but that wouldn't be 2 E's.
Oh, that's true.
That
Yeah.
would be CHEATA.
Interesting. So more like cheddar.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
All right. What's question number 5?
Zinger from Danny, by the way.
Yeah,
She
what's
says,
up?
if you're going to damn me, then you should know how to spell my name right. Oh, snap, Danny.
Boom.
Oh, snap. After what historical event did a reporter remark, "Oh, the humanity"?
Oh, I know this one, and we own a piece of it.
We do.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Swear to God, we actually have it. You know what? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get
Okay.
it. You entertain them. I'm putting
Hello.
60 seconds on the clock. You all have fun.
You may or may not notice
No.
that I put on real clothes today
I'll be back.
because I wanted to pretend like I was leaving the house for some reason today. So I'm wearing actual pants that aren't pajama pants, and I'm wearing a real top, and I put on makeup. Like a fucking grown-up. Keith is screaming things from upstairs in the house. He's coming down the stairs again.
It's good. I'm back. I made it.
Thank God.
I'm up.
Nope, time's
Oh my
not up.
goodness. I'm so fast.
Well, it's from all that treadmilling you did
I'm
yesterday.
basically an athlete. I was able to go up and down a slide.
Basically an athlete.
I went up and down stairs and it took less than 30 seconds. That was amazing. All right, so 5 seconds left. Get the answers in. Here we go.
And you're like panting. You may have gone up and down the stairs a little too quickly.
Maybe I was running. I shouldn't have run. To the chat, let's go. All right.
See, Trey gets me. He says, fancy, Caitlin.
Let's see. I think people are saying, wow, that I ran. I think that's what's happening right now. Let's see. We've got a bunch of... Trey came in first with Hindenburg. Somebody's got to figure out how to get his secret. Although he's tied with Craig again. The two of them. Lightning fingers. Both tied for the first. They're doing the YouTube thing, I think, and then going into Facebook to make the chat. So they found the perfect combination. I'm just pointing that out.
Craig says that Facebook is only 7 seconds behind YouTube today.
Interesting.
I don't know if that means YouTube slowed down or Facebook sped up.
Steam does say that he knows how to spell Danny.
Which is impressive for Steam because Steam sucks at spelling.
A lot of Hindenburgs overall. Alan went with when Dale Earnhardt Jr. crashed and died at the Daytona 500.
Thank you, Christina.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, God. When Lorena Bobbitt did the deed.
Thank you, Jenny.
That is what Barbine says. Trey says that you're very fancy. Let's see. For working out, and I like the makeup. Yeah, that's good. That is great. No secret. Said it multiple times. Reply to good for you. I did give your last place speech yesterday. That's true.
We got a Tizy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Tizies. I wasn't paying attention
You
to
were
you.
busy looking at all the compliments.
Yes.
All right. So I've got the correct answer. I've got it here in my hand.
Would you like to show everyone the correct answer?
Check this out. We've got right there. That's a piece of the Hindenburg. That's actually a piece of the skin of the Hindenburg. How dark is that? Isn't that cool? So
we have a mini museum in our house.
Yeah. How cool. All right. So anyhow, we got that. I had to go get it because it actually fit the question. And I was so excited. And we've got some other things. We've got a piece of the lunar lander. Mm-hmm. And we've got a piece of the... What else? Is those the only ones?
We have a piece of the return module for one of them.
The return module. That's what I think.
Oh, and we have a piece of one of the tiles for a space shuttle that went to space. We have a lot of space-related things.
Yeah, we have one of the chunk of the thermal tile that's on the bottom of the space shuttle, and it's one of the tiles that went to space, and they had to pull off after because they only work like a few times, I think. Mm-hmm. And
they all have serial numbers on them.
Yeah.
And they're all tracked individually in a database.
Mm-hmm.
And the database tells you when you have to swap it out, and then you have to go find it on the bottom of the space shuttle and replace it.
Yep. And so then we got a piece of foil from the lunar lander, like escape module thing, the thing that came back. So we have a thing that was on the moon. Which is so cool. All right. Anyhow, so let's see. Do you have you been to World War I where pieces of Sputnik?
No, it's Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. No, I have not.
I've never been to Wisconsin.
No, I've never been to Wisconsin. Trey's just copying me in real time.
That's talent. You gotta respect that.
That is
game
cool.
recognized game.
Can we get a piece of Sputnik? That would be pretty cool. I would do that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's steal it. All right.
take
What's
it.
our? We're at the halfway mark.
Yes,
right?
we are.
What are our points at?
Allow me to sort Trey has 8 points. Craig has 5 points. Karen and Melissa have 4 points.
Yeah.
Danny, Jenny, and Steam have 3 points.
Okay.
Kristen D has 2 points. And with 1 point, we have Barbine, Robert, and Tom Johnson.
Tom Johnson. All right. Excellent. On to question number 6.
Which you've already given people a preview of.
Yes.
What food company owns Orida, Boston Market, TGI Fridays, and Weight Watchers?
I know this one.
Among other
as
shit.
well. This one is another one that I know.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Good job, babe.
60 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. So the parent company to TGI Fridays and Weight Watchers and
I think we also have a piece of a deck chair from the Lusitania, or did I not order that
No, I don't
yet?
think we got that one. If it had been the Titanic, we would have done it in a heartbeat. But Lusitania, we were like,
I was thinking about getting the Lusitania one for my dad.
yeah, it was okay. I mean,
It's very little though, and his vision is, not dope.
you're not really like looking at it.
It's just a thing to have.
Yeah, like I don't spend time being like, oh, look at that tiny little piece of, that's so cool. I feel like I can't keep things as close to my face as maybe when I was little. Like that's blurry. But then are you supposed to read things this close to your face?
I don't know. Maybe you're getting farsighted.
Like here, I'm fine. That seems like a reasonable amount of space. I don't know.
Maybe you should finally go to the eye doctor, like I told you.
What's going to stop it? All right, time's up. Let's go to the chat.
Oh, we have a lot of different answers.
Yes.
We are so cute, says Christina. Thanks, Christina.
I mean, of course we are. That's a given.
High five.
Yeah. All right. So looking at all of the answers,
Barbine says Oprah.
Oprah owns all of them.
Oprah is not a food company.
No, not. I mean, in a way. So let's see. Top of the list is Land O'Lakes. Robert went with Oprah as well. So did Barbine. So they actually somehow.
I missed that, Robert.
They both did it. Trey said Kraft, Nestle, RPO, Reynolds, Hydra, Skeletors. So Alan believes that it's an evil organization of Hydra, and then Barbine believes it's the mythical evil man of Skeletor. Try Artisan
What do you have
Capital.
against Boston Market, people? Jeez.
Yeah. Try Artisan Capital, Kraft, Heinz, Nabisco, NASA. Barbine has guessed 4 times for this one question, just for the record. And Ursula has joined us. And Christina has answered McDonald's just after the time is up. Oh, got screwed by the time is up thing. It got her. Okay, so Stephen would like to shout Karen. I don't know if that's a thing that he can do at this point. I feel like time's up. You have to do it when
Time's up. Yeah, you can't.
Has to happen before
can't do
time
that.
is up. Yeah. You don't get to see everybody's answers and then yell it. Yeah. I believe it is like lettuce or let us eat or something like that, I thought is what it was. No, it's not. Okay. I thought that was, maybe that's Ruby Tuesdays then. All right. What is the correct answer?
Heinz.
Heinz. Oh, okay. We did get one right. So Steam would have lost that point if he had been on time because Melissa came in with Heinz. Only one with Heinz. So 2 points for her, no points for you. That's how that one works. All right. So, good job, everybody. By the way, if you do want to make other points, you can get it by answering first if you get it correctly, right? But you also can get points by sharing. And we've already got points on the board for Craig, Robert, and Barbine. They're not tallied up yet, but I already see that they have shared. So that is an option. And in addition, if you do share, then you get my thanks, and you get a little thing here that says that you shared, which is kind of cool. You can make magic happen. So if you share the show, that's just an added bonus. You get a point and a cool little thing. I learned it in Pittsburgh at the Pickle Fest. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. I didn't know there was a Pickle Fest. Barman says that explains the meatloaf. Parent of Heinz is Kraft Heinz. Trey is saying that the parent of Heinz is Kraft Heinz, and that he guessed Kraft along with Jenny, but neither of them guessed Kraft Heinz. So I feel like that's still wrong. Is that right? You make your argument. I'm moving on. We are at question number 7.
Yes.
All right, 7.
Is the Rock of Gibraltar made mostly of limestone, basalt, or sandstone?
The rock salt of Gibraltar. That's what basalt is, right? Is that not? No?
No.
Sandstone. All right, let's see. 60 seconds. It's an all you can guess. No, it is a multiple choice. You just have to guess one of these. It's just limestone, basalt, or sandstone. It is either... That actually sounds like all the things you would need for a really nice drink on the beach. Right?
Nice.
You got sand, lime, and salt. You just need some alcohol, and you need maybe like a lounge chair, and you're good, right? Is there a thing like ocean stone? Is that a thing? That would be really nice. It sounds like a vacation, I'll be honest. Robert went with Sandrock.
Sandrock.
Good old Sandrock. I believe that's what the Beach Boys are called, right? Is that... No? That's not it? Let's see. Craig came in first with basalt. Interesting. We've got a limestone, a basalt. Time is up, so let's go to the chat. So like I said, Craig came in first with basalt. And then it looks like we have Jenny with limestone first. We've got Christina with sandstone first. And then Robert with sandrock first, which is not an option. So that's sad. That's unfortunate. It's also really boring, apparently. It's just all duty-free shops for the Brits.
Nice.
That's cool. And Melissa went to the Rock of Gibraltar. That's great. What is the correct answer?
The answer, I'm going to say the wrong thing,
Yeah.
is limestone.
Is Lime Rock.
So Jenny got the double.
Wow, Jenny with the double. Beating Craig. Oh, Craig got in first, but not correct. And limestone. Trey did get it, but not fast enough. Danny got it as well, but Jenny led the way on that one. That's cool.
Trey says his coin flip worked.
His coin flipped worked. Oh.
Well, as long as you're not Googling, Trey.
What? How many sides does your coin have? There were 3 options. It's like if it lands on its edge, it's basalt. That's not gonna happen. If it happens, you definitely guess basalt at that point, because it was God's will. I feel like if you're on the edge of the coin. What's question number 8?
Mount McKinley is located in what national park?
What national park? 60 seconds on the clock. What could it be?
No, Craig. Limestone being your second choice does not count as anything.
It isn't. Yeah, you don't get points for what you were going to answer if the first one wasn't there.
What you wish you had said isn't point worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news, people.
Yeah.
This is my last piece of blueberry and quinoa crunch chocolate.
Oh, no. That is a terrible sounding combination.
It's so good, though.
But it has quinoa and the chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's just crunchy tasting.
Oh, God. Blueberry and quinoa. If you say those words together, it's already bad. And then you put chocolate?
It's so good.
Oh, God. 15
You would hate it
seconds.
because it's dark chocolate, but
No, I like dark chocolate. You don't know me.
I do know you.
Shut up. I don't care.
Good argument, babe.
Yeah. All right.
Go do some more exercise.
Time is up. I will run up the stairs again, and I will put back the piece of of the blimp, and we will. It's actually a zeppelin.
Will you bring me another artifact?
It's not a blimp, just so you know. Maybe I will. All right. I need to go to the chat because time's up. All right. So let's take. So here we go. Christina says, "So bad it sounds so good."
It's so good.
It sounds so bad that it's good. That's probably what it's saying.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those combinations that you're like, that has to work. Otherwise, that would be the stupidest thing to market ever.
I taught you that though.
You did.
That's my thing. Because if I go to a restaurant and they're like, yes, we have the perfect combination of oranges and ketchup. And you're like, what? Why? God damn it. Why would you make that? That's terrible. And I always go, give me one of those. Because someone was like, this is so good, we have to put it on the menu. And so if it makes no sense, it just has to be good. Because it's easy to make like just a terrible burger or something. Because, burger sounds good, right? Like, we'll have some, chicken fingers. Well, they're like all those, yeah, throw it on the, people will like that. Might as well. But if somebody's like, seriously, if we could do like a kale and mustard cheesecake, people would really dig it. And that whoever's like in charge of the menu is like, no, not a chance. Like, you have to try it. Just try it. Give it a chance. You're really gonna like it. Like, no, I'm not fucking eating that no matter what. And then
What's
they're
the
like,
cheesecake? We had crab cheesecake.
yeah. And then they're like, just try one bite. And they try the bite and they're like, oh my God, that's good. Yeah, no, get that on the menu. That's the only way it goes on.
Weirdos like Steve eat things like peanut butter bacon burgers.
Yes, peanut butter bacon burgers. All right. Trey said he knew it wasn't sandstone, so that's why he was able to flip. Danny goes with Denali National Park, which a lot of people may or may not know is the name for Mount McKinley. It's changed again, I think, now, right?
Yeah, so Trey points out that the park is Denali and says it's not called McKinley anymore. Yeah, well, if I had told you the real name of the mountain, it kind of would have given away the name of the national park, wouldn't it?
Yeah, not a lot of people were going to guess McKinley National Park. Yellowstone says Jenny. Big Park says Robert. The big one. The big park. Cascade says Kristen. Those are all of them. Those are all the answers. I would see a coin standing straight on edge during a coin flip, an act of God, says Danny. We have it officially. If Danny says it, I think we can call that an act of God. Or just an act of sheer coincidence. And just low probability. Either way, I think it's fair to call it that. Greg went with Yellowstone because it's the only one he could think of. The only national park Craig can think of.
Motherfucker, you live like less than 10 miles from multiple national parks.
Oh my goodness, the only national park.
Was the only national park you could think of is Yellowstone?
Yellowstone, that's it.
I'm telling Great Falls National Park immediately. You're going to be off Great Falls National Park's Christmas list.
Yeah, I think Monument Valley, I think you could have gone with. That's another one, right? I feel like. Yeah, you could go with Badlands.
Badlands is a good one.
That's one. Crater Lake is one. That's the Petrified Forest, Redwood. Isn't that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of them all around. Cascades. Is that
Acadia National Park in Maine?
Acadia, that's a good one. Yeah. We should just have an entire night where we just name national parks.
This is the story of Craig not going outside enough.
Yeah, right? Barbine has an answer that he'd like to put in just after the bell.
Okay.
Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, I get it.
I think that's what the Rock of Gibraltar's made out of.
Shenandoah National Park. Good call, Trey.
Yeah. I would think that isn't Blue Ridge. Isn't there a Blue Ridge related one? I feel like there's a Blue Ridge related one.
Blue Ridge Parkway, I don't think is a national park.
Isn't there a Glaciers National Park?
Glacier National Park.
Yeah, that's another good one. Yosemite.
Grand Canyon.
Fucking nobody's saying Yosemite.
Yosemite. I couldn't. Yosemite
God
kept
damn
popping in and out of my head, and I couldn't grab it.
Is the Grand Canyon a national park? I feel like
Steve McCracken says it is. So
yeah, I feel like it should be. Yeah. You're aware the normal daily life is called quarantine, right? Craig, yes. You're not 6 months old. I'm just saying, you have lived for longer than that. You can actually be able to go outside of of your house. You've had years to do it. All right, let's move on. What the actual answer? Denali, right?
It's
all know.
Denali. Yeah.
All right, so first one was Danny. I think Danny with National Park. Yeah, Denali National Park. 9. This is the second to last.
Craig
question.
says, and yet here we are.
And yet here, yes, I'm just saying. No national parks. If Yellowstone's the only one you got, I feel like you should pick up a book. We should get you a coffee table. We're going to get you a coffee table book. We're going to get you a coffee table book that just has... I have a window open somewhere that is now calling. I have to kill that.
You're
That's
very
terrible.
popular.
And so... but what I'm saying is we get him a coffee table book with just national parks in it. So that way he can feel like he may have gone to one or two.
Yeah.
Right?
And picamatures.
Yeah. There's a ton of them. Just go to like Arizona, Utah area. There's a bunch there. All right. What is number 9?
It's the penultimate question.
It is the penultimate question. 1 point for you.
Thank you.
Now what's the actual question?
Oh, shit. Who was the only U.S. president whose first language was not English?
All right. Who was the only president whose first language was not English? I believe I know the answer to this. 60 seconds on the clock. It was Jefferson because it was goddamn American.
Goddamn American. That was his first language? Yeah. Okay.
He's like, I don't speak English. It's goddamn American. Craig went with Thomas Marvell Riddle. No, all right. Nope, that's not going to get you. Joshua Tree. That's a good one. Maybe still only a national monument. I don't know. I think Joshua Tree is actually a park. Is Death Valley? Death Valley might be one.
Death Valley is definitely one.
Yeah, I feel like that's one as well. There's a bunch that I can't think of. Isn't there like an Arches or something like that?
Yeah, Trey said Arches.
Oh, he did? Okay. Arches. Yeah, that's a good one.
Joshua Tree National
10 seconds left on the clock. Get the answers in, everyone.
Joshua Tree is a national park.
Yeah, I thought so. Painted Valley. Is that a painted something? Painted
face.
Painted faces. I think that there's a painted something. Painted Valley, painted mountains, something like that. All right, time is up. We're gonna go to
Painted
the chat.
Desert. Is that what you're thinking?
Maybe.
Google it.
I'm not. I can't. I don't have the time. All right, time's up. Oh, I may have done that a little early. It's like I'm watching now to see if the time is up because it's slow. Come on, you can do it. I feel like George Washington National Forest, says Tom.
Good one.
Yes.
Painted Desert.
Painted
Steve
Desert.
says. Steve agrees with me.
That seems right.
Isn't that in Sedona?
All right, we're good.
I've been there.
Sedona.
Yeah.
Sedonut. Looks like at the top it was Robert with Trump. That's
just because he doesn't speak English well doesn't mean it's not his first language.
Yeah, it's his first language. He's just not eloquent with it. Craig has a coffee table book about coffee tables. Is that true? Is that a fact?
I don't think so.
That
Craig?
sounds like a thing Craig could have. Is a coffee table
It's conceivable. Book. That also sounds like a line from Seinfeld.
Yeah, I feel like we should get Craig a coffee table book about coffee table books.
Yikes.
Yeah. All the different coffee table books you could order. Taft, Obama, Van Buren, 2 Van Burens, Lincoln, another Van Buren, Roosevelt, Van Morrison Buren, the lesser known of the Van Burens. He is the brown-eyed one. Adams, another Adams, and that is all of them. What is the correct answer?
I would just like to point out that Steam says I'm right and that the Painted Desert is near Sedona.
Sure.
The answer is Van Buren.
Oh!
We actually had a tie for first.
No, did we?
I think so.
How did we have a tie? Oh, Danny and Trey at the exact same time. One had the full name, Martin Van Buren, and just Van Buren. How is it possible that Danny beat Trey and typed more? Trey's going to blame his keyboard again. That's been going,
Witchcraft.
which has been first all night long. And now he's going to be like, oh, the keyboard. I can't type with the keyboard. It's crazy. All right. So 2 points for both Danny and Trey. Congratulations to both of you. We are at our final question. Way early. This is great. We're going to leave you with 15 minutes to get to your other meeting and everything. All right. What's our last question of the night?
This is a fill in the blank question.
Okay.
You must complete the lyric.
Mm-hmm.
My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing, land where my fathers died. What's the next line?
All right. The next line of that. 60 seconds on the clock. So let's see. Here we go.
Now everyone's going to sing the song to themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where my father I went to Whole Foods and got some orange juice. There was fresh peanut butter. It cost too much. Is that right?
Yep, nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah!
I was
So
looking
good
for
at
the
this.
peanut butter line. That's the fill in the blank line.
Yeah. And they rang me up. All right, let's see. We've got answers coming in. We've got about 15 seconds left. Very exciting.
It's really compelling when you add a question mark, Craig. That's
That's right, because he's like, I don't
Yeah?
like everyone knows confidently. He thinks that everyone else is like, definitely this answer. This is absolutely the answer. And if he has a question mark, somehow it gets you like off of off the hook if you're wrong. You're like, I didn't know there was a question mark. What did you expect from me? Question mark. Come on. All right. So time's up. Let's go to the chat and take a look. Trey realized after question 6 that I muted the wrong window and was listening to Facebook. He was beating people while listening to Facebook. I have no
it's
idea.
only 7 seconds behind today.
Yeah. Well, he lucked out, apparently. Land of the Pilgrim's Pride.
Steam, you cheeky monkey.
Question mark. Land of the Pilgrim's Pride? I think that's how the song goes, right?
Yep.
There's definitely a question mark at the end of it. Danny with the same question. Kristen went with Land of the Pilgrim's Pride, the many pilgrims, rather than owning the pride. No apostrophe. It's a little different. Do we know?
Spelling doesn't count.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Land of the Pilgrim's Pride. Lots and lots of those. A couple ownership ones. Karen and Tom both went, and Christina all went with the pilgrims, multiple pilgrims that I guess have pride. I'm not sure how that would actually work out in English. Remember when we talked about English not being the first language of Van Buren?
Yes.
Yeah. Ba with a ba. That's what Barbine goes.
The bang to bang diggy diggy.
Yeah, I believe that does sound familiar. That rings a bell. So that may be correct. Was it? Was it? My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land of my father. What was it? Land that my fathers died. Is that it?
Land where my fathers died.
Land where my fathers died. Ba with a ba to bang, diggy diggy.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember singing both of those two things at one point.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Pilgrim's Pride. Robert goes with Karen, and he got it in under the time. And I don't see another thing from him. All right, so he's saying nobody got that right. Just so you know, Robert is on the hook now with a Karen. First official Karen that's ever been played. All right. Trying to remember the lyrics. Time's up. So those are all the answers. Either a bunch of people are going to get a point, or Robert's going to get a point and just own everyone. All right. What's the correct answer?
Land of the Pilgrim's Pride.
Oh, no, Robert.
Robert now has 0 points.
Oh,
because Robert
Robert
used to have 1 point.
Oh, you lost your 1 point, Robert. Oh, first one in on that looks like it was Craig.
With a question mark.
Yeah, with a question mark, which I feel like shouldn't count.
It counts.
Oh, all right.
If we're saying punctuation doesn't count in terms of the apostrophe, then punctuation doesn't count for question marks.
I didn't say that. You said it.
Yeah, but I'm the quiz master.
That's true. You get the say on these things. Nothing I can do about it. I don't make up the rules. So, speaking of rules, let's go over real quick because this is the end of the show. So, if you got style points, put them in the chat so we can find out who the king and queen of style is this night. Remember, ways you could get points was by saying first in the chat when we started the show. Craig, I believe, got that, right?
Craig got that.
Craig got that. You could get points if you answered the question correctly. Many of you got that. You can get an answer if you answered first correctly. You get an extra point. We had several people who got that tonight. You could also get points if you shared the show. So we are going to go to the shares now and tally that up. It looks like me. Oh, I shared the show. That was really nice of me.
You got a point.
Thank you, me. You're really thoughtful, and I appreciate you trying to grow the show so we have more fun here. Craig also did it. Craig, you're awesome. Robert did it. The man, Robert. He's done a lot of sharing, and we really
Oh, he
appreciate
gets a point
it.
back.
He's got his point back. That's good. He's not at zero leaving. Michael Barbine has shared 3 times, so 3 points for Michael Barbine. Those are all the shares that I see. If I'm missing someone for some reason, please let me know. As always, we do this at 7 o'clock every night, so come join us tomorrow when we do this. My name's Keith. I've got a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. You can get it at Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or any other place that you go and get podcasts. It's about an hour long. There's 140 episodes. It's a lot of fun. I think it'll get you laughing. There's some trivia. There's some hilariously weird news from the internet, and you'll be exposed to some really great music from local artists here in the DC area who are very talented. So go check that out. Give it a review and some stars. Do your thing. You know how that works. Likewise, if you've enjoyed what you're doing here, don't forget to go and Another Wasted Hour and go up and follow Another Wasted Hour, and then there's a little bell thing. You hit that to make sure that it alerts you when we go live. So hopefully you can get that first point. If you're on YouTube, you'll want to subscribe and hit the bell there. If you're on Twitch, do a follow there, and we will hopefully see you next time we are here. Who is our winner, by the way?
Trey.
Trey is our winner tonight. Trey, if you have an acceptance speech, please type that up. Who's our loser today?
There's a tie.
There's a tie for losers. What is the tie for losers?
Christina and Robert are tied with 1 point each.
Oh no, Steam got more points.
Steam got 5 points.
Steam, I was hoping that you would be the loser and you would have a loser speech. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, my
So
goodness.
just to go over the points real quick. Trey with 13, Danny with 9, Melissa with 9, Craig with 8, Karen with 6, Jenny with 5, Steam with 5, Barbine with 4, Kristen D with 3, Tom Johnson with 3, Christina with 1, Robert with 1.
Robert said, "Go big or go home." I like his attitude. Just you know what? I pushed it all to the middle. And Craig says, "I haven't mastered Caitlin's condescending glares. I'm only aware of 1 style point, though I may have more that I don't know about." Apparently, he only got 1. It looks like you might be the king and queen. I don't see anybody else saying that they got more style points. So congratulations, Craig. I think you've got it. I don't see I'm not seeing a speech by Trey. I would expect him to have his speech in. He's thank you. Peace, love, and cookies for everyone. There you go. Good acceptance speech.
Good speech.
For those that do not know, we tally up all of the points for the week. And on Monday, we'll announce a new winner of a t-shirt. Here's the t-shirt. So come back tomorrow and you can get more points for that. I think those are all the things, right? Is that the stuff? Anything else? All right. Well, that's, I think, it. We're here every night at 7 o'clock, and we're going to sign off a little early. So until tomorrow, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. We're going to get through this. We'll get through it together. You and me and Caitlin and all of us. You'll keep us sane and entertained, and we'll keep you sane and entertained every night. We will be here every night. Something you can count on, something to look forward to. And until tomorrow at 7 o'clock, good night. We'll see you then.